All right, let's get right into it. Welcome. Let me make sure everything's all good before we get this show on the road. How are we looking here? All right, we looking good. All right. Welcome everyone to another Monday Night Raw commentary stream. I am Sam, aka Hype the Commentator. And as we continue our road to WrestleMania, the final pit stop is inching closer as we head to Toronto on March 1st for the Elimination Chamber, where careers are changed and the WWE superstars that qualify for the Elimination Chamber matches have a final shot at punching their ticket to the Showcase of Immortals WrestleMania. And speaking of punching their ticket to WrestleMania, Seth freaking Rollins and Finn Balor gonna tie it up once again for a spot in the Elimination Chamber. These two have quite the rich history with each other, going all the way back to SummerSlam 2016, where the inaugural Universal Champion would be crowned, and that would be the Prince, Finn Balor. Well, it was the Demon Finn Balor that would defeat Seth freaking Rollins in that match. But unfortunately for Balor, he was injured in that match and was forced to relinquish the title. But nonetheless, on that very night, when it was Finn Balor's first ever pay-per-view on the main roster, he won a world championship. Can Finn Balor pull the odds again, or will Rollins once again find himself one step closer to world title gold? Will Rollins once again find himself challenging for a WWE championship, for the WWE championship, against an old rival of his, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes? That should be very interesting. And on the women's side of things, Roxanne Perez from NXT and Raquel Rodriguez representing the Judgment Day, with the person she's the bodyguard for, Liv Morgan, already securing her spot for the Elimination Chamber match. Can Raquel Rodriguez do the same as Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez vie for an Elimination Chamber spot? And he's been making waves since debuting on the second edition of Monday Night Raw on the Netflix era. Of course, I'm talking about the man who has zero fear. Penta takes on Pete Dunne. Zero fear and a bruiserweight go one-on-one in a grudge match. We'll see how that all plays out here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And with Ivy Nile wanting to get her hands on Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile's been targeting Lyra for a few weeks now, and now wants to get her hands on the Women's Intercontinental Championship that is, of course, being held by Lyra Valkyria. But she's going to have to get through Dakota Kai, as those two will duke it out to see who will become the #1 contender for Lyra Valkyria's Women's Intercontinental Championship. And with the return of the phenomenal one, as of late, the phenomenal AJ Styles, who returned to the ring, back at the Royal Rumble. We hadn't seen the Phenomenal One since October, but he reappeared at the Royal Rumble. And last week, AJ Styles had come out to address the WWE Universe after being gone for so long and being the newest member of the newest acquisition of Monday Night Raw. Well, Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Carlito would come out to confront AJ Styles, only for things to turn south. And then AJ Styles would find himself a match that he asked Adam Pearce for, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, for a match with Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And after new footage being released of the attack of Jade Cargill, new security footage being shown, people, there were kind of some rumors, saying that Bianca Belair and Naomi did it. But after new footage appearing, it seems that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez may be the ones that were the cause of said attack. So with that being said, Bianca Belair and Naomi are making their journey to Monday Night Raw here tonight. And after we heard from Kevin Owens, after we heard from the back and forth online between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, with Sami Zayn dealing with some spine issues, Kevin Owens challenging Sami Zayn to come fight him in Toronto at Elimination Chamber. We'll see how that all plays out between those two. We are just under a minute away from Monday Night Raw. It is 8 o'clock, which means it's time for Monday Night Raw. It is about to start. We are in Charlotte, North Carolina for Monday Night Raw. And in the beautiful city of Charlotte, we are heading closer and closer to the Elimination Chamber. We have some qualifying matches here tonight, including this man, the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins, who will take on longtime rival, this man, the Prince, Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. And as we head over to the women's side of things, NXT's Roxanne Perez, who's been making waves since her longest time spent in the Royal Rumble, will go one-on-one with Raquel Rodriguez. And with Chad Gable, who told American Made he's on a sabbatical, going to figure out what he needs to do to find a master in Lucha Libre, Ivy Nile has a chance to win her first singles title as she faces Dakota Kai in a #1 contenders match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And number 24, William Byron showing up with a phenomenal one, AJ Styles. AJ Styles showing up in style. And AJ Styles for the first time in nearly 2 years. He and Dominic Mysterio go head-to-head in singles competition. You can smell the air. WrestleMania is upon us. With 15,280 WWE Universe members strong, Monday Night Raw presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. I'm Sam, aka Hype the Commentator. It is a pleasure to be your special commentator here tonight on Monday Night Raw. It couldn't get any bigger. We're on Netflix. Everybody around the world has a chance to tune in to Monday Night Raw. And we're going to get a look at these two former best friends. Kevin Owens, who attacked Sami Zayn from behind. And then his own, somebody he sees like a brother, a package pile driver to Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens attempting to end the career of Sami Zayn, trying to send a message.
You sit there and you talk about the pain you're in and how your neck's hurt. You don't know what real pain is. You say you want to go again? Let's do that. I can't think of a better place than where it all started for us, in Canada. So clear it or not, I don't care. Toronto, Elimination Chamber. Come find me. Then you'll know pain.
And you heard it from Kevin Owens saying to find him. And the man himself is here. Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have traveled all over the world. They've been best friends for a very long time. And they've had their moments here in the WWE before. They've been friends. They've been enemies. And right now, Sami Zayn suffering from nerve damage at the hands of a package pile driver from Kevin Owens. So that kind of gives you an idea of where they're at now. With Sami Zayn suffering from injuries, he's still out here, and now he's going to respond to Kevin Owens' challenge. Kevin Owens saying, come find me at Elimination Chamber. Here Sami Zayn is right now on Monday Night Raw as we get closer to the chamber. 1 week from Saturday. The WWE Universe loves Sami Zayn. What an ovation for the underdog from the underground.
Weeks, but damn, that feels good to hear. Thank you so much for that. I've had a lot of time these last couple of weeks sitting, rehabbing, and just thinking about the history between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Yeah. And it's really crazy. I think in the entire history of this business, there are no other two guys whose names have been tied to each other for their entire careers like this. I'm talking from pool halls and community centers in Montreal, all the way through the independents, through NXT, through WWE, all the way to the main event of WrestleMania. We did it together. Now look, in a story that long, there's obviously going to be a lot of betrayals. There's obviously going to be a lot of forgiving and forgetting. But unfortunately, Kev, there's no forgiving and there's no forgetting this time. Because you know, I know and you know, this time was different. It wasn't about sending a message. It wasn't about getting ahead in your career. You tried to end my career. The problem for Kevin is that he didn't get the job done. Because I'm still standing right here. And I'm not going to pretend my neck's 100%. It's not. But I know what I've got in the tank. And I have got enough for a fight. So, Kev, you say you'll be in Toronto for Elimination Chamber. Guess what, pal? I'll be in Toronto, too. Now, I want this fight. And I'm pretty sure everyone here wants to see that fight.
Sammy, what are we doing? We have talked about this more than once.
Come on.
You've talked to Aldis about it? Listen, I know he wants a match. I know Kevin wants the match. I know they want the match too. Sammy, you know there is a big part of me that also wants the match.
Easy then.
But you have been given an answer more than once. I've told you no. Aldis has told you no. The board has told you no. Medical, Sammy. Medical has told you no. Boo it if you want, it's the truth. And that's the kicker. You are not medically cleared to compete. You shouldn't even be in that ring right now. You know it, and I know it. So as much as I would love nothing more, and I've said this to your face, I say it again, as much as I would love nothing more than to make it official, the answer is no. I'm sorry.
Old no fun Pierce at it again.
Adam Pearce saying that the board has told him no. He's told him no.
Adam, wait, hey, Adam. How long have you known me, huh? How long have you known me and Kevin? You were with us long before our names ever touched a WWE contract. You know the history between us. You know this time is different. And you know I am not taking no for an answer. All right, Sammy. Adam, I am not leaving this ring until you give me that match.
You're right. I've known you and Kevin for more than 20 years. I've seen it from the beginning. I've seen it till now. I know that you know I cannot sanction this. What do you want me to do? Something I've never done before? I can't sanction it. So what does that mean? Sammy, that means if Kevin wants to wrap a chair around your face, I can't stop him. It means if Kevin wants to drag you up into the concourse and beat you senseless, I can't stop him. Sammy, it means if Kevin, Sammy, look at me. It means if Kevin wants to hoist you up and pile drive you again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, I can't stop him. Means there's no referees to enforce rules because there are no rules, Sammy. Which means WWE washes its hands of this thing completely, legally, which means you assume all the risk for very little reward. Because even if you win this thing, you still lose. So what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Sammy? What it ultimately means is that in Toronto, at Elimination Chamber, it could be the very last match in the career of Sami Zayn. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Sammy?
The WWE Universe wants it.
Do I understand what it means? Yeah, I know exactly what it means. It means if I want to wrap a steel chair around Kevin Owens' face, you can't stop me. And if I take him and beat him senseless in the middle of the concourse, you can't stop me. And if I decide to dump him on his head and end his career, you can't stop me. So yeah, Adam, I understand exactly what this means. What do I want? You know exactly what I want. Give me this damn match!
In Toronto, at Elimination Chamber, it will be Kevin Owens one-on-one with Sami Zayn. But Sammy, it's not official. It's unsanctioned.
Oh my. 1 week from Saturday, it has been made now unsanctioned by Raw General Manager Adam Pearce that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will compete. Kevin Owens has been out of control. His mind's been twisted and boggled by all these events that have happened, thinking that he feels like he's the good guy in this whole story, that he feels betrayed by everybody. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens has been the one that's been doing a lot of damage. And I guess you could... And now these two are going to settle it once and for all in Canada, their home country. So we've been wondering who attacked Jade Cargill. The case went completely cold. Then this past Friday, we saw a new development. Liv and Raquel caught on the phone footage so Naomi and Bianca making their travels here to Monday Night Raw.
just jumps down my throat about
I
it.
know.
Hey, someone mentioned my name?
Yeah, we just were talking about your huge match tonight with Seth Rollins and how we can't wait to watch you win.
Thanks so much. Thank you. And you know, I was just thinking that after tonight, there's going to be 3 members of the Judgment Day at the Elimination Chamber.
Hell yeah.
Right? You, because you already beat Io Sky. Me, because I'm going to beat Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
You are.
And Raquel. Unless it would be pretty embarrassing if you were to lose to someone like Roxanne Perez.
Girl.
Don't even work. Yep.
Tonight, I'll handle my business, and you can take care of yours, okay?
I will handle my business. And you handle your business. And at the end of the night, the Judgment Day, we're all going to be back in business. All right?
Yeah.
And no new members.
Raquel gets Roxanne Perez to vie for the final spot of the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Let's not forget about 300 million views of Braun Breaker speeding and spearing right through I Show Speed. He thought he was going to die. I mean, that just tells you what Braun Breaker's about. Meanwhile, AJ Styles, for the first time in nearly 2 years, competes on Monday Night Raw as he takes on Dirty Dom. We are back live Monday Night Raw. WrestleMania week coming to you live from the T-Mobile Arena. SmackDown Friday, April 18th. Stand and Deliver Saturday, April 19th. Raw after WrestleMania. Most unpredictable Raw of the year. Monday, April 21st. And AJ, who arrived in style, the number 24 car, the Daytona 500, took place last night. William Byron, the driver of the number 24. Styles coming in style. Congratulations to the winner of the Daytona 500, William Byron. AJ Styles, who returned last week, who returned at the Royal Rumble. And you saw moments ago a clip of IShow Speed being speared by the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker. Well, what also happened last week let's not forget what happened last week on Monday Night Raw when AJ Styles and Braun Breaker came face to face. There's a new dog in town that AJ Styles hasn't had the chance to familiarize himself with. But now Styles has his first match since since October. And here we go. The bell is underway. With this being AJ's return to WWE since October, I mean, his first singles match, AJ Styles, of course, returning at the Royal Rumble, where he would come up short, but AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio kind of butting heads last Monday on Raw. And here we are tonight for the singles match between these two. Oh, ducked. AJ Styles with a waist lock on Dominic Mysterio. And a backdrop suplex takes down Dirty Dom. AJ Styles might actually teach Dom a trick or two. And AJ Styles trying to pick up some momentum. 2024 wasn't quite the year AJ Styles was expecting, but not every year can be your best. AJ Styles came into the WWE 9 years ago, over 9 years ago at the Royal Rumble 2016. One of the hottest years in WWE. He won the WWE Championship in his first year. And to call it his rookie year would be completely disrespectful for the historic career that AJ Styles had outside of the WWE prior, winning over 50 championships around the world. And AJ Styles, with AJ Styles having such a unique style, he can do a ground and pound style, or he can, go up to the sky. And speaking of going up to the sky, AJ Styles got some nice height on that drop kick, taking out Dominic Mysterio. AJ Styles, a former TNA World Champion, on top of being a two-time WWE Champion, former Tag Team Champion, United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion. AJ Styles, a Grand Slam Champion here in the WWE. Truly lives up to the moniker of being the phenomenal one. Goes after Dominic Mysterio in the corner, but Dom gets out of harm's way. Dom stuns. Dom gets stunned. Meanwhile, Carlito, being that extra factor, pulling Styles down off the apron. Styles was looking for that phenomenal form, but Carlito making sure it didn't happen. And down went AJ Styles from a suicide dive. And that wasn't really cool as this match continues. We are sold out tonight here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's AJ Styles and his return singles match here. First time he's competed on Monday Night Raw in nearly 2 years. Taking on the dirtiest superstar in WWE, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio pulling some dirty tricks out of the bag. And goes over the top with a senton onto Styles. Pulls the leg for the cover. Meanwhile, Dominic Mysterio has a little bit, seems he's still got a long way to go. AJ Styles, the veteran of the two, knew exactly where he was and immediately found the bottom rope to put his foot on to break the cover immediately. And meanwhile, Dominic now looking for the Three Amigos on AJ Styles. Paying homage or disrespecting Eddie Guerrero. Dominic sees it as paying homage, but many see it as a disrespect. Meanwhile, connects with the 619. That's just the ultimate disrespect to his father, who he hates with his whole heart. And now heading up to the top, going to that, was looking for that frog splash that was used famously by Dominic's late uncle, Eddie Guerrero. And this is a big turning point in this match with both superstars down. Who's going to get back up to their feet first and capitalize on the situation at hand? Carlito in the corner of Dominic Mysterio tonight, proving to be a factor in this match. Meanwhile, AJ Styles just connected with a phenomenal combination on Dominic Mysterio and a sliding forearm. AJ Styles looking in the best shape of his career. And now into the corner on Dominic Mysterio. And an Ushigoroshi with that knee to the back of the neck of Dirty Dom. AJ Styles is feeling it. Things are looking bleak. Styles looking for a Styles clash. And oh, that was not good for Carlito. I wasn't wise to get involved, but Dominic gonna capitalize on the distraction. 2. And AJ Styles able to kick out at 2. Pops up. Styles, wait. Pops up at Dom. Styles. Clash. Good. Good night, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Welcome back, AJ Styles. AJ Styles gets the victory here tonight. Whoa, 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 wait. Turn around. Breaker. Spear Dominic as AJ knows the game all too well. These two Georgia boys going at it. AJ Styles could sense it coming. When you've been in the game as long as AJ Styles, you start to grow eyes in the back of your head because you know there could be a target on you at all times. Meanwhile, Breaker just threw his shirt at AJ Styles out of disrespect. Braun Breaker looking to go after AJ Styles as his next target. Talk about being somebody with held in such high regard that the Intercontinental Champion comes out to pay you a visit. And that seems to be the case as Braun Breaker sends the idea to AJ Styles that it could be these two going at it in the near future. First, AJ Styles gets out of harm's way. Dominic Mysterio nearly ripped in half by a spear from Braun Breaker. And now that's going to be interesting to see how that development plays out between the Phenomenal One and the Unpredictable Badass. And let's take a look at this match between... Let's get a look at this match between the Creeds and the War Raiders. The Creeds getting themselves disqualified by hitting the War Raiders with a tag title. Well, coming up next, Dakota Kai We are back. Ivy Nile has yet to win a singles championship in her career here in WWE. Lyra Valkyria, the reigning women's intercontinental champion, watching at ringside to see who will challenge her next. Aaron Woods is in the house, who made his NRL debut in 2011. A National Rugby League legend, Aaron Woods, here in Charlotte to join us for Monday Night Raw, sold out tonight. And Dakota Kai has a chance to win singles gold on the main roster. The New Zealand native Dakota Kai went all the way to the Intercontinental Championship Finals against Lyra Valkyria. And this is Dakota Kai's second opportunity to get a shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship. But Ivy Nile has made it crystal clear that she wants that Women's Intercontinental Championship. She wants to get her hands on Lyra Valkyria, and she is set on doing so. She is set on fulfilling Master Gable, as she refers to him, talking about Chad Gable, of course, the leader of American Made, as Dakota Kai being dumped onto the floor by Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile set on making sure she completes her part of Master Gable's plan, orders of saying, I want to see all of you have gold by the time I come back from my sabbatical. Meanwhile, Ivy Nile mocking Dakota Kai right now. And now stomping the hamstring of Dakota Kai. Knows very well that Dakota Kai has had a long history of knee issues. Now Ivy Nile needs to stay on the aggressive. No time to do any kind. And now once again doing more showboating, showing, oh, I'm tough, I'm strong, I've got that bulldog mentality, that pit bull mentality. And Nile goes to the cover on Dakota Kai, and Kai kicks out. Meanwhile, Nile going right on the attack of that knee again, but Kai fighting out of it, realizing she was in trouble. And Dakota Kai nailing Ivy Nile with these vicious forearms to the chest and to the face. Discus forearm nails Nile. And now Dakota really picking up the pace here, and a drop kick. And now Dakota Kai's got Ivy Nile right where she wants her with that running kick in the corner. And now measuring up Ivy Nile in the corner. And another big boot in the corner. And up and over. And that might be it. And a kick out by Ivy Nile. And very impressive by Dakota Kai. Let's get another look at this. It's like a code red backstabber. Extremely impressive by Dakota Kai. Meanwhile, Ivy Nile fighting back in this match. But you got to wonder, when you put all the pressure on your knees on the back of your opponent like that, with the damage and the history of knee issues that Dakota Kai has, how much damage did that do to Dakota Kai just doing that code red backstabber move? Who is going to get Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship? That's what it's all about. It was Dakota Kai who met Lyra in the finals to crown the inaugural champion, but would come up short to Lyra Valkyria. And now Lyra watching this match very closely as Dakota Kai may be forced to tap out here. Ankle lock locked in tight by Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile using the ankle lock that Chad Gable uses as a submission hold. Made famous by Kurt Angle. Meanwhile, Dakota Kai inching and crawling, wanting that second opportunity as she was fingertips away and makes it to the bottom rope. And now the rope break is forced. Referee Jessica Carr making sure that the rope break is made. But the question is, how much damage was done in the process and the extra damage that was done during the time that was spent while the rope break was made? And now these two have slowed down a little bit, but they're trading back and forth. A big pump kick from Kai. Kai gets caught and slammed into the mat by Nile with a cover and a kick out. Nile perhaps showing some signs of frustration. The last thing you want to do in any kind of situation when the stakes are high is to be too frustrated. Then you lose your eye on the target at hand, the eye on the prize. You got to keep your eyes on the task at hand. You got to stay focused. And Dakota Kai rolls through. And a 2 count for Dakota Kai. That back kick by Kai. And now has Ivy Nile right where she wants her. Oh, look at this. And now another cover here. Oh, and a kick out of 2. But now Nile right back on that ankle lock. And you can hear Dakota Kai, who was writhing in pain. This is the leg that Ivy Nile has been working on since the get-go. And now Ivy sent out to the apron. Oh, right to the back of Ivy Nile, looking to send a message. Ivy Nile may be out. And now is Dakota Kai closing in. And out like a light. That's got to do it. And Dakota Kai will meet Lyra Valkyria once again for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is going to be a rematch. We're running back the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament finals. Let's get a look at the final moments of this match. That stomp on the back and head. Rough. And then the TTK, the final blow that sends Dakota Kai all the way to another shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship. What a match. And now these two come face to face, because what is next is the match itself about that title that Lyra holds above her head. Now let's switch gears as Gunther defends his world championship at WrestleMania against the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, main event Jey Uso. Gunther, who attacked Jay from out of nowhere. Absolute chaos. Gunther didn't want to have to wrestle Jey Uso. He wanted somebody he would consider a formidable opponent. But all he sees is Jey Uso as a joke. And Jey Uso ending up picking Gunther. And Jay flying over the top, taking out everybody in that situation. The World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, he is here, and he's live on Monday Night Raw on Netflix next. We are live in Charlotte, North Carolina. 5,280 in attendance. Birthplace of Cody Rhodes, Charlotte Flair, and R-Truth. This is the 14th Monday Night Raw in Charlotte. Charlotte also has hosted 6 premium live events. We are here in the Spectrum Center. And now Gunther mocking main event Jey Uso from the stands. This is how he does. This is how Jey Uso usually makes his entrance. Now Gunther entering the way that Jey does and mocking. I don't think it's going to work out for you, Gunther.
I get the concept myself. Very simple gesture for very simple people. And I get why Jey feels so comfortable up here, because he's quite the simple guy himself. You know, I don't blame you for not appreciating me. Because me performing for you is like reading Shakespeare to a dog. Will you step aside, little man, before something happens? Thank you. What you need to understand is that as the best wrestler in this company right now, I am sick and tired of stepping in the ring with people that can't even lace my boots. So I was hopeful I could talk some sense into Jey. I was hopeful that I could beat some sense into Jey to make the right decision. But because of you yeeting along, dancing along, and giving a false sense of confidence and forced that man into digging his own grave. Oh, you shut up, it stinks up here, come on. What you need to understand is this. At WrestleMania, the match won't happen up here. It will happen in this ring. And after that bell rings, I outclass Jey Uso in every aspect of this sport. What all of you did after WrestleMania, Jey Uso's blood will be on your hands. But now for once, be honest to yourself, be honest to me, and be honest to Jey. Do you really think Jey stands a chance to beat me at WrestleMania?
I think the WWE Universe here has made it very clear they want Jey.
Pat? You know what? I'm aware that none of you have a clue anyway. So why not get a professional opinion on this whole topic? Michael? Pat? In your supposed to be unbiased professional opinion, do you really believe that Jey Uso has a chance to beat me at WrestleMania?
supposed to actually, I don't know.
I mean, Gunther asking this question.
Say it.
We're supposed to.
You always run your mouth.
I mean, ooh. Jay won the Royal Rumble. Jay proved the odds. I think Jey Uso can stand and hold his own in the ring with the ring general Gunther. Gunther has defeated some of the all-time greats. But Jey Uso has the entire WWE Universe behind him. And with all the external factors at WrestleMania, anything can happen. Yeet Mania is running wild. The emotions are running wild. And that can drive a person to go as far as to win the World Championship at WrestleMania. There's just some things that can happen when there are so many moving parts, so many emotions going on. And now here he is, the man of the hour. The Yeet Man himself. Main event, Jey Uso. Not in a regular mood. WWE officials, these referees trying to hold Jay back from going after Gunther. Jay gets through the officials, and here we go. And now Jay and Gunther gonna have a fight here in Charlotte. It's gonna take a lot to keep these two apart. And now a sleeper locked in on Jay. And now officials trying to keep Gunther and Jay separated. We're nearly 2 months away from WrestleMania. This thing has got a long way to cook as these two really heat things up. Gunther saying, I'm going to make your life a living hell. We'll see how everything plays out. 61 days till these two collide at WrestleMania. Now the WWE Universe here in Charlotte gonna join with a yeet with the Yeet Man himself. Main event, Jey Uso. Has Jey Uso built his own coffin, or will he fulfill his destiny and become the world champion at WrestleMania? And the Yeet's going wild here on Monday. And the Yeet's going wild here on Monday Night Raw. Jay looking to fulfill the lifelong dream. Can he do it at WrestleMania? Right now, all 15,280 yeeting along with the Yeet Master. The road to Yeet Mania continues. And now let's take you backstage to our own Kathy Kelly.
Guys, I'm here with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and I'm sure you've seen at this point that SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis received footage that appears to implicate you both.
All right. I mean, you're wearing glasses. You see the video? Did you see Attack Jade? No. So I think that the way you're talking right now is pretty reckless. All Raquel and I have done since we've been together is elevate the level of competition in the entire women's division. And that continues tonight when Raquel qualifies for a chamber match and beats cute little Roxanne. I mean, sure, Roxanne has the record for the longest performance in a Royal Rumble match. But tonight, in minutes, Raquel squashes her like the little bug that she is.
Circling back to the initial question, does that mean that you are denying any involvement
What I'm saying is that we don't have time for your silly little theories, Kathy. But if we had attacked Jade Cargill, would we feel bad about it?
No, not at all. I mean, it could happen to anyone who gets in our way. And tonight, That just so happens to be Roxanne.
So much for giving us nothing. Pat Cole.
Kathy tried to get something out of Raquel and Liv, but you tried, Kathy. But anyways, Elimination Chamber coming your way 1 week from Saturday at the Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario. And the superstar who's taken WWE by storm, Penta, takes on the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, and it's coming your way next on Netflix. As WWE World coming to you WrestleMania weekend, Las Vegas Convention Center. Tickets on sale now. Thursday, April 17th through Monday, April 21st. Meet the likes of Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, main event Jey Uso, The Dead Man, The Undertaker, and many more WWE superstars and legends. Let's take a look at what happened earlier tonight when Sami Zayn had some words to say to respond to Kevin Owens' challenge. It's technically, so it's unsanctioned. It's Sami Zayn. It's Kevin Owens in Toronto. Elimination Chamber. Once again, these two collide. Sami Zayn feeling this time was different. He felt this time Kevin Owens targeting Zayn's career. And welcome back to Monday Night Raw, live in Charlotte, North Carolina, presented to you by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. I could tell you what, I had one earlier today. I wasn't feeling myself, so I had a Snickers, and now I'm feeling like myself. Meanwhile, Brad Thomas is here, retired Army Special Mission Unit Operator. Docuseries streaming on Netflix now. And Laura and Brittany Love is Blind alums. New season streaming on Netflix. Now here comes the hottest rising star in WWE. Penta. The man, he's taken this company by storm. He's taken this whole, not just the WWE by storm, he's taken the world of sports entertainment and professional wrestling by storm over the past month. Lasting over 42 minutes in the Royal Rumble. And now the world has been just absolutely astonished being able to see what Cero Miedo Penta is all about. Penta and Dunn gonna go at it. The Bruiserweight, as tough as they come, this might be Penta's biggest challenge to date here in the WWE. These two are heavy hitters. And Dunn felt embarrassed when Penta knocked him down a couple weeks ago. And now Pete Dunne looking for some revenge here tonight. And in his first match, Penta defeating Chad Gable. And apparently, not even apparently, it was so bad, the defeat for Chad Gable, he decided, you know what, I'm going to go on a sabbatical to learn more about luchadors and how to take them down. He went to find a luchador specialist, and he's been on a sabbatical since Penta's debut match, where Chad Gable would come up short to the Penta driver. What a drop kick to the face of Penta. Pete Dunne is a master at joint manipulation, and now gonna pull the glove off of Penta to really go after the fingers. It's really tough to watch, but Penta realized he was in deep trouble trying to fight. Oh, stomping right on the arm of Penta. Pete Dunne, who's been wrestling since the age of 15 years old, has had quite some time to enhance his craft, bringing out that bruiserweight style of his. It's just an interesting style because you've got somebody from the UK. You've got Pete Dunne. He's got that British style of wrestling. Meanwhile, Penta, that lucha style of wrestling. it's two totally unique styles of this great sport, and we're finding out how these two are going to top the other. Who is going to outdo the other? Meanwhile, Penta nailing Pete Dunne with a backstabber. Absolutely brutal. Now out on the apron, in a very dangerous situation. This is very, very crucial territory right now. Pete Dunne hanging on. And now again, going after the fingers of Penta. Going to break the fingers. Snapping the fingers of Penta. And up and over. Planting Penta on the apron. And just like that, the bruiserweight Pete Dunne has taken over this match. And Pete Dunne giving Penta a run for his money. But look who's come to pay a visit. Somebody who also feels humiliated by Penta. Ludwig Kaiser. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. It's Penta and Pete Dunne. During the commercial break, Pete Dunne has found himself in the driver's seat of the situation. Ludwig Kaiser now at ringside watching this thing closely. He has quite the issue with Penta after his embarrassing elimination of only 6 seconds at the Royal Rumble, eliminated by Penta. Penta, who lasted 42 minutes. Oh, Penta, look at this. That innovative lucha offense of Penta, and Penta's feeling it. And face plant sling blade. Oh, went for Pete Dunne again. Ducks. And now has Dunne up on his shoulders. Boom. And down goes Dunne, looking to put Dunne away. Oh, but Dunne able to get the shoulder up at 2. Kaiser seeming a bit impressed by what he just saw. Whether it's Penta's ability in the ring or the fighting spirit of Pete Dunne. Not quite sure which one he's more impressed by. Oh, what a super kick by Penta. The sound of that absolutely devastating. Oh, wait. Penta gets caught. And a sit-down power bomb by Dunne. And just before the 3 is Penta kicking out. Let's get another look at this sit-out power bomb. Boom! Driving Penta right into the mat. But Penta able to get the shoulders up. That was really close. Penta undefeated in singles competition in the WWE since his debut last month. Penta, a worldwide star, bringing the fight to Pete Dunne. What a devastating super kick. Was starting to pick up momentum, but got caught with a step up enziguri. Up and over goes with a Mexican Destroyer. Mexican Destroyer takes out Pete Dunne. Absolutely devastating by Penta. Penta about to pick up the pace even more. Here we go. About to show no fear. And Al Kaiser. Penta's going for that tope con hilo, but allows Pete Dunne to capitalize off the distraction. And now Dunne with the roll up. Oh, but couldn't grab the tights as Penta able to kick out. And Pete Dunne yelling at Ludwig Kaiser saying to stay out of my business. Meanwhile, Penta just sent. Oh, Penta driver. And there it is. Penta picks up another victory here on Monday Night Raw. Penta once again victorious. Impressive, innovative as ever. Continues to prove why he belongs in the WWE. Hottest free agent turned into a worldwide sensation. But, oh, come on. Ludwig Kaiser attacking Penta from behind. After losing to Penta a couple weeks ago, absolutely ticked off. And now it's Kaiser and Dunne going at it. Meanwhile, Penta, tope con hilo, takes out both Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne. There's no experience quite like the Penta experience. He brings his heart and soul into every match. Every time he steps foot in that ring, magic happens. And Penta stands tall. Let's take you to Kathy Kelly.
Estimated, Kathy.
Which is totally valid considering you won this year's Royal Rumble, but I have to say, I've heard a lot of superstars are doubting whether you can walk out of WrestleMania as the new World Heavyweight Champion. So how are you feeling confidence-wise?
Man. They doubting me, Kathy, right? Jay can't beat him. I can't beat him. They keep on doubting me, but who's standing in front of you as the Royal Rumble winner? That's me. And at WrestleMania, Kathy, I'm gonna shock the world again. When I beat him and become new World Heavyweight Champ.
Thanks, Jay. Let's see it. Pat Cole.
So, Pat, the question is Jey Uso really believing that, or is he trying to convince himself?
Does Jey Uso, you got to wonder how much Jey Uso truly feels he's capable of beating Gunther. Talk about believing Bayley had a dream come true at the Celebrity All-Star Game. Team Jerry Rice. Bayley having a good time. And deciding to pass the ball away to anybody. Doesn't want any smoke on the former multi-time women's champion. Speaking of a magical ride and, having who's great, Roxanne Perez, who holds the record for the longest time spent in a women's Royal Rumble match. Can her historic run continue? Will it continue when she takes on Raquel Rodriguez next on Monday Night Raw? As we are back here on Monday Night Raw, we got singles action. And here we go. The bell rings. This match is underway. Roxanne Perez looking to use her quickness over Raquel Rodriguez, who has the size and power advantage as she drives the back of the head of Roxanne right into the mat. Look at the way she's lifting Roxanne up by her arm. You can hear Roxanne scream for help, for dear life. Rodriguez looking to make light work of Perez. What a slap across the face. I don't know how wise that was. Oh my God, what a wicked clothesline from Raquel. And Liv Morgan enjoying every moment of it. Just dropping Perez in the corner is Raquel. What an elbow. And another back elbow. Roxanne Perez scoring an 83 rating in 2K25, whereas Raquel scored a few extra points ahead at 86. Uh-oh. I don't know. Twice slapping Raquel. It's like playing with a beast. I wouldn't do that. Not very wise. But perhaps a part of Perez's plan the whole time. Went for a suicide dive, but the only one who might have been a suicide mission for is Roxanne, and just got snake-eyes right into the ring post. Impressive Royal Rumble for Roxanne Perez, who now holds the record for the most time spent in the Rumble, 67 minutes and 7 seconds, which is an hour, 7 minutes, and 7 seconds. And it would be interesting for Raquel to win this match, because then she and Liv will both be in the same match. And you got to know that they would probably have a short-term alliance in the match. But like I said, short-term, because one of them has to go to WrestleMania if they were to make it to the final two. Would Raquel, being the bodyguard for Liv, just lay down for her and just take the payday from Liv? Or would Raquel think second thoughts, having the opportunity to challenge for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania? And now look at this, spinning around the world you go. And then just dropping Perez in the center of the ring. Liv being Raquel's cheerleader right now. Meanwhile, Perez looking worse for wear. This isn't good. Looking for that incoming, looking for a buckle bomb, but countered. Raquel got sent into that top turnbuckle, full speed ahead, up and over though. Raquel hanging Raquel up on that top rope. And now going after the back of the knee. Chop block to the back of the knee. And an uppercut. Rolls through. And gets caught by Raquel. Uh-oh. Rolls through, roll through. Look at this. 2. Almost pulling an upset. Almost continuing her Cinderella story. Roxanne almost found herself a spot in the Elimination Chamber. And with the final spot up for grabs between these two, the stakes are higher than ever. One of these two women will have an opportunity to punch their ticket to WrestleMania, to challenge for the Women's World Championship. And just picking up Perez. And what a beautiful fall-away slam. That spinning twist out by Raquel goes to the cover, but not quite enough to keep Perez down for the 3. Absolute powerhouse that Raquel is. And Raquel gets the fight taken to her by the underdog in the fight. And again, down goes Raquel. Taking the chance. Perez. It's not going to be easy to out wrestle Raquel when Raquel's got the size advantage, but counters with a DDT. Perez, big chance here. Roxanne with the moonsault to head to the chamber. What a DDT right into the mat. Absolutely incredible athleticism shown on display by Roxanne Perez, who is making the best of this opportunity. Raquel able to counter Roxanne's biggest move. Oh, hooked both legs of Roxanne, who seemed to be laid to waste. Uh-oh. And they are here. Bianca Belair. There's Bianca at least. We saw that oh, and there's Naomi. They believe that Liv is responsible for the attack of Jade Cargill. And now, comeuppance. And now Raquel distracted. And Roxanne with that code red. And Roxanne is headed to the Elimination Chamber. As the Cinderella rise to the top continues. The tag champs have Liv Morgan hostage. Meanwhile, Raquel, the bodyguard, making sure Liv is brought to safety away from the very angry women's tag team champions who are out for vengeance after whom they believe attacked Jade Cargill, leaving Cargill out of action for the foreseeable future. So the winner of this Elimination Chamber match will face either Io Sky or Rhea Ripley. And the playing field is all filled out with Liv, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Bayley, and now Roxanne Perez finds her spot in the chamber match. And let's take it to Kathy Kelly.
You know quite well. Any final words before you head out there?
Kathy, I got a few words. I got a few final words. WrestleMania is 10 weeks away, but I can't get to WrestleMania unless I go through the Elimination Chamber, but I can't get into the Elimination Chamber unless I win tonight. So tonight, on Monday Night Rollins, right here, Charlotte, North Carolina, this is as big as it gets. Finn Balor needs this win, but I needed more. And I think I'm all out of words, which means it's time for a fight.
Well, thanks so much, Seth. We are minutes away from that Elimination Chamber.
What is this about?
Sami Zayn, I know at some point you're going to see this because you and I both know you keep a close eye on your good friend Seth Rollins. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this delirious mindset you and all your friends have. So let me get this straight. Jey Uso actually believes he's going to beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And Seth Rollins believes he's going to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, and then he's going to go on to eliminate the Invisible Man, John Cena. No. And you, Sami, you actually believe you stand a chance at beating Kevin Owens in the state that you're in? My God. The first two guys, they've lost their minds. There's no helping them. But you, Sami, I still believe deep down inside, you know there's always more time to turn things around.
Thank you so much for that impromptu interview. Pat, Cole?
Yeah, Kathy, he's a strange dude.
Very strange was that from Karrion Kross. But coming up, we've got Balor, Rollins to take the final spot in the men's chamber match. The New Day now in the ring.
Get well soon, Ray!
Get well soon.
All right.
He said get well.
In reality, we wanted to come out here and talk to you all here tonight. And
Okay, we get it. Y'all don't like us, but if you would just give us a second to speak.
shut up! Shut the hell up, every single one of you! You're so mad. You're mad about what we said to Big E, our friend. You're mad that we told the truth and tell him to keep his lazy ass at home. You're mad about Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio? Oh, the Hall of Famer that's done nothing but continuously suck the lives and career out of every single fresh-faced luchador that walks in this company? That's who y'all want us to respect as our locker room leader. Every one of y'all has gone insane.
Y'all put Rey Mysterio on this pedestal, huh? Wait, why? Because he's a Hall of Famer, huh?
Yeah.
Well, because he's the greatest luchador of all time? Because he's the heart and soul of WWE? Why? Guess what? I have more title wins than Rey Mysterio. I have been here longer than Rey Mysterio. I've been here damn near 19 years. The difference between Rey, hey. The difference between Rey and myself is the fact that I have never left. So if anybody should be locker room leader around here, it should be me, not him.
Huh.
Rey Mysterio kicking us out of the locker room is audacious.
And it's that level of audacity and disrespect that forced our hand. It forced us last week to come out here and take a steel chair to the ankle of Rey Mysterio.
That's why we made him cry. And he laid there in the middle of the ring, crying, tears streaming down his cheeks, embarrassed, not wanting to show his face. Oh, y'all don't like us, huh? So what? Matter of fact, it could have been a lot worse for Rey. It could have been a lot worse. Matter of fact, y'all should be thanking us. Y'all should be thankful that we showed such mercy to your hero.
You should be thankful that we didn't take Rey Mysterio out back and give him the old Yeller treatment.
That's nice.
We did Rey a favor. We gave him a couple of extra vacation days to go home and spend with his wife.
We did that for you. Matter of fact, y'all should thank God that we did that.
Matter of fact, each and every one of you in this building should be down on your knees with your hands
finally turn their microphones off. The LWO is here.
Hey, listen. What you did to Ray with the greatest luchador of all time, eso es imperdonable. That's unforgivable. Pero ¿sabes qué? En español también decimos, el nuevo día apesta. And I'm sure, my friend, you have no idea what I'm talking about, right? But I will be very specific with you. And it's something that you already know, which is New Day sucks!
Oh, and here comes LWO.
And the LWO making a beeline for the New Day.
Xavier Woods.
Trying to get payback for Rey Mysterio. And the LWO bringing the fight to the New Day right now. And with Rey Mysterio out of action, the LWO taking it in their own hands to get some revenge for the WWE Hall of Famer. And available tomorrow on YouTube, special guest, Michael Cole. The final Monday Night Raw next week before we head to Elimination Chamber takes place in Cincinnati, Ohio. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster. So, defeating Ivy Nile earlier tonight with Dakota Kai. So now we will get this rematch of the Intercontinental Tournament Finals. Women's Intercontinental title match between Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai takes place next Monday. The women's tag titles will be on the line. Naomi and Bianca look to settle personal issues with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And there'll be more to come next week on Monday Night Raw. That's going to be next week on Monday Night Raw. But here we go. It's time now. The feud that gets renewed. Seth freaking Rollins makes his way to the ring. He is a visionary. He is a revolutionary. And he's looking to take the final spot in the men's Elimination Chamber match, which would give him another chance to get his hands on a man he hates with his whole heart. I'm talking about CM Punk. Rollins, a 4-time WWE champion, 1-time World Heavyweight champion. Would love to make that a 5-time WWE champion, but he's got to win this match. He's got to beat Finn Balor. Finn Balor is not gonna be an easy competitor. Is not gonna be an easy challenge for Seth freaking Rollins. This match coming up next on Netflix. We are back. It is our main event here on Monday Night Raw. As Finn Balor makes his way to the ring, he looks to fill that final spot. The Elimination Chamber Premium Live event 1 week from Saturday. Let's not forget August 2016, SummerSlam. Balor would defeat Seth freaking Rollins to become the inaugural Universal Champion. But Balor, not wasting any time going after Rollins from behind, who didn't even get the chance to get his coat off. Balor didn't even take his coat off yet. Balor wants nothing more than to get his hands on Rollins. It seems he's getting his feet on Rollins too, trying to stomp a mud hole. And Rollins, let's not forget, these two challenged back in 2023 for the World Championship. But when his then Judgment Day brother Damian Priest got involved, preventing him from winning the world title, things went south. Balor had seemed to have had Rollins beat. But as it would go, Rollins wouldn't lose the world title until WrestleMania, and ultimately Damian Priest would successfully cash in the Money in the Bank. And Balor looking for a pedigree. And it connects. Can you imagine if he quickly puts Rollins away? And a kick out by Rollins at 2. Balor just nailed Rollins with a big move. This might be the end of Rollins. A shotgun drop kick to Rollins. And now Rollins is in the drop zone as Balor heads to the top. From the top, moving out of the way, Rollins realizing he was in the drop zone for that coup de grace. And Rollins with that clothesline buys himself a little bit of time to regroup here. Balor trying to recover. Rollins seems a bit stunned. With 5 spots already spilled, there is 1 spot remaining. Who is going to take that final spot? As Balor now works on the leg of Rollins. Rollins a history of knee issues. It's what ended his first world title, first WWE Championship reign. It was actually against Mayor Kane. It was a WWE Championship tables match overseas at a live event where Rollins would go for a sunset flip and ultimately destroy his knee and completely change the trajectory of his WWE career. Meanwhile, whichever one of these two takes that final spot in the Elimination Chamber, they've got to deal with quite the tough group of competitors, including the 16-time world champion who is very insistent and persistent on breaking the world record, breaking the record to hold 17 world titles in the WWE. I'm talking about John Cena. Meanwhile, Rollins' suicide dive takes out Finn Balor, sending the Prince into the barricade. Who is going to head to the chamber? Meanwhile, Rollins up at the top, springboard knee. Rollins looking to pull out all the stops here in this match. Rollins starting to really get this ball rolling. Looking for the stomp. Nope. Balor ducks. And a sling blade. Balor has Rollins measured up. But Rollins takes out Balor by kicking the knee. He went low. And Rollins able to outsmart Balor. And such a deep point. And now kicking the back of the knee of Balor. Rollins finding a spot of weakness in the Prince. And the problem for Finn Balor is there seems to be some bit of falling apart, more falling apart within the Judgment Day, as Balor finds himself kind of secluded from the rest of the group who wants to add a new member, but Balor is completely opposed to that idea. But for Balor, he's got to focus on getting to the Elimination Chamber with the Judgment Day 0-2 so far tonight on Raw, with Dominic Mysterio losing to AJ Styles earlier tonight, and then Raquel Rodriguez losing to Roxanne Perez. It's up to Balor to give the Judgment Day a victory and, add some gold and add some prestige back to the group. But that's easier said than done. Rollins holding on to his midsection. Balor sending Rollins midsection first. Rollins is in extreme pain. Perhaps Rollins may be suffering from a cracked rib of some sort. Balor mouthing off at the official. Meanwhile, stomping on the back of Rollins, whose midsection is leaned on the ring apron. Finn Balor completely taking advantage of Rollins, who is looking worse for wear. Went for the kick on Rollins, but Rollins caught the leg and sweeps the leg from under. And now going after Balor, driving Balor on the bad knee he's been working on throughout this match. Absolutely ruthless is Seth freaking Rollins. Balor's hurt. Rollins is hurt. And with the ref halfway there, the opportunity to get to the chamber is at stake. You're going to have to push to the pain. Much like what he did to Roman Reigns at the Rumble, he's looking to do to Balor right now as he measures up the Prince. Rollins. But Balor realized it and sent Rollins spine first and then midsection first onto the steel steps. Seth is in deep trouble as Balor takes control. Who will take the final spot in the Elimination Chamber match? All right. It is our main event. We are back live from Charlotte, North Carolina at the Spectrum Center. Rollins, Balor. 11 times these two have gone one-on-one in their career, in their respective careers. These two have quite the rich history, have taken similar paths of traveling all around the world, all to make it to the big stage. And now these two are fighting for the chance to compete at the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. But first, with only one of these men able to take that final spot in the Elimination Chamber, and then only one of the 6 men in the Elimination Chamber match can go on to face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Balor finding himself in control right now, talking smack to Rollins. And Balor on the second rope, unloading these rights on Rollins. Very, very slowly. Oh, but Balor gets caught by Rollins. Rollins was thinking that buckle bomb, the same buckle bomb that forced Balor to have to relinquish his Universal Championship, except that was to the ring barricade, to the barricades. And the Pele kick from Balor stops Rollins in his tracks, and now both men are down and out. This is a critical point in this Elimination Chamber qualifying match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Last time these two competed, it was for the World Championship. Rollins was victorious. Rollins is having a hard time catching his breath due to the damage done to his midsection. Meanwhile, Balor having a hard time walking due to the damage Rollins has done to the knee of the Prince. Balor blocked by Rollins. Rollins now with the offense on Balor. Chop after chop after chop. This might be a cooking show because I'm surprised this isn't a cooking show because Balor is about to be chopped. Meanwhile, Rollins has Balor right where he wants him. What a knee. Just caught Balor. Looking to put Balor away, who still has some fight left in him. A lion salt by Rollins. Hook of the leg again. Still pulling that leg back was not enough to keep Balor down for the 3. What's it going to take to keep Balor down? Sellout crowd here. We got some fireflies in the house for Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins looking to put the final nail in the coffin, but Balor counters, rolls through, looking for the victory. Rollins kicks at it too. Rollins, look at the counter. Buckle bomb. And now Rollins heading up to the top. High risk, high reward situation for the former 4-time WWE champion. Frog splash, knees up by Balor. Balor just so close to getting the victory, but Rollins just kicking out before the 3. Let's get another look at this one more time in slow motion. Rollins goes high and lands hard on the knees of Balor. Balor was able to get those knees up at the last minute. Rollins was looking for that frog splash, but unsuccessful. And rightfully so, the WWE Universe, all 15,280 with the This Is Awesome chants here in the Spectrum Center. Finn Balor, bad leg. to Rollins' bad ribs. These two have their weaknesses in this match, but who is going to be able to tough out their weaknesses to secure their spot in the Elimination Chamber match? Rollins kicking the leg of Balor. Balor with a shot to the midsection. Targeting each other's weaknesses this deep into the match can be the game changer. And now these two just unloading rights on each other. Is Rollins biting Balor? Now Rollins has Balor up on his shoulders. Balor counters with that elbow. And Balor, sling blade. With a sling blade to Rollins. Looking to put Seth away. But gets caught by Rollins. And now Rollins steps through, looking for a sharpshooter. And now a sharpshooter. Finn is in deep trouble. The injured knee of Finn. And really in a tough way now as Balor writhing in pain. Trying to muscle through to claw to the bottom rope. Drags back to the center of the ring. Rollins now transitions instead to a pedigree. And covered by Seth. Nope. Just that's as close as you got to 3 without the bell ringing. That was 2.99. The WWE Universe called for 3. But just before the official could get his hand on the mat to call for 3, did Balor get his shoulder up. Absolute insanity. That's how much it means to main event WrestleMania, to challenge the American Nightmare for the undisputed WWE Championship. And Rollins talking to the official. Was that Rollins' last chance to head to WrestleMania? Referee saying that was 2. And now telling the ref to, yep. Well, you know. But I think we know what comes next. Rollins has Balor right where he wants him. The final stop to end it. But Balor with a kick to the midsection of Rollins. And this match still goes on. Can you imagine if Rollins were to lose this? Rollins grabbing the leg of Finn Balor. And Seth freaking Rollins holding on with everything. What a war this has been. Balor up at the top. Rollins heads up. Seth. One for the superplex. Absolute disaster for Seth freaking Rollins. Balor looking for the coup de grace. And it connects. The coup de grace. Will it be? Oh, wait. Rollins counters. Kick out again at 2. Rollins now caught in a crossface. How in the world did Rollins kick out of the coup de grace? Will Seth tap? He may have no choice. Seth able to counter with a stomp. And he gets one arm over. And Rollins is headed to the Elimination Chamber. What a win here for Seth Rollins over Finn Balor. What we just saw was an absolute masterpiece between two of the very best in the world. But on this night, Seth freaking Rollins picks up the victory and fills the final spot in the Elimination Chamber, joining John Cena, CM Punk, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. What a star-studded Elimination Chamber match coming your way 1 week from Saturday. Absolutely incredible. Let's get a look at this. Rollins went for the Falcon Arrow, or was going for the Superplex, which usually gets followed up by the Falcon Arrow. But instead, Rollins got knocked down. Balor connecting with a picture-perfect coup de grace to the already damaged ribs. Went for the crossface. Rollins was able to slide through, nail Balor into the mat with a stomp, and able to get one arm over Balor for the 1, 2, and 3. And now Rollins needs to get his passport ready because he is headed to Toronto for the Elimination Chamber. All right. What a show. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. I appreciate it. Now it was kind of a slow kind of night. With that being said, have a great night, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one.